All right, so I was selling gold today. We had a crash as we have anticipated, as I've talked about since Monday. This is my second time of making this video, and it's crazy because I was almost done with the last one, and then my Wi-Fi went off, and all of that just spiraled. So I have to make another one, but it's fine, right? So I'll be talking about my trade on gold today, showing you exactly the things I did, how I got in, and how you can learn, how my entry styles are, the type of trade management I use, and how to actually just really get better. It's the reason why I do these reviews so that you can look back on price. And I'm also going to be sharing my thoughts on what gold has done. Right, let's get right into it. We've seen gold get to targets, right? So yesterday, Monday, and yesterday especially, I kind of explained the concept of liquidity, right? And explained why it's very, very plausible. And the least part of resistance for gold to move into would be where? Old lows here, right? The previous week's low. And I explained it with this, that the algorithm will seek liquidity. If it fakes from buy side, it would move into sell side, right? And I use that to explain this, right? Inside of this candle, we have buyers and sellers, right? So above buy side liquidity, there will be pending, pending, there'll be pending buy side liquidity here and pending sell side liquidity here. Or there's pending liquidity here, pending liquidity here, right? Buy side, sell side. Price takes out buy side with last week's candle. What is left? Sell side. So that was the drawn liquidity, right? And the moment you have the drawn liquidity in view, everything becomes simple, right? Maybe not easy, but simple. Right now, you know exactly what to do, and this is the only way you are able to fine-tune information into the lower time frames and actually engage. Right, many people ask me how I trade on the 1 minute, and I'm so precise, and all of that. But the truth is, I'm only precise on the lower time frames, the 1 minute to be exact, only when I have the directional bias in my favor, when I know it and I have a strong pull. Remember, we only make educated guesses when we do this thing. It's only when I have a strong pull to what price is doing, that's when I'm able to go into those lower time frames and actually do business properly, right? So let's look at this. We've seen price taking out that draw, which is good, but let's really, 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 really dive in, right? This target has been made already, and this actually puts me in, a difficult position in terms of what do I do next? Because one of the things to do as a trader is the moment you set an exit and price gets there, you're done, right? I've made money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've called out 3 trades, and those 3 trades have been done. So why? Why do I need to go and force something that I do not know about? Now, tomorrow might come and I have, a view on what price is going to do, right? But for right now, I could only make speculations. My real ordeal for the week has played out exactly how I wanted it to play out. My P&L has reflected that I did good. Why do I need to force any information? This is just, how I think about things. This is how I reason when I look at price. But let me take you down into the trade. We already know the story is sell side, but what was the trade idea? The trade idea was on the 1 minute time frame. Was on the 1 minute time frame, and I will show you right there. That's what we want to really look at. I want to look at what the trade idea was. All right. So very simple. If you look at this, we had price. Let's just take it from here, right? London session, we take our buy side liquidity, we break out this low. When we break out this low, price returns back into premium when we want to see sales. Remember, we said 3 things. There are 3 steps to trading this particular pair. We want to identify the higher time frame bias. We know it's bearish. The second thing, we want to wait for willingness, breaking market structure, close below old lows. And the third thing is we want to look for reference points in premium levels to be engaging. So if we take this as high to low, we see this as premium. If we take this as high to low, this is still above 50%. If we take this as high to low, we are at premium. If we take this as high to low, we are at premium. Premium levels, but the most important thing is what is there? This OB here. But that's not where I was engaging. I was the reading price, looking at everything happening here, right? And finally, we saw a breaking market structure here. Right, we saw price close out this low. This is a bullish order block, right? Down close candle expansion to the upside. This should send price higher only if we're bullish. Now, you might ask the question, I've learned order blocks, but why do my order blocks fail? Well, your order blocks and any other thing you put on the chart is going to fail if price is moving in the opposite direction. So your valid levels are going to fail. They are going to get disrespected if price is poised in the other direction. So this is actually a very bullish order block, right? A very valid bullish order block. We can see the expansion, we can see the fair value gap. If we are bullish, this is going to hold going higher. But what happens? Price disrespects this. Gives you context, especially as someone that is bearish. You see why the higher time frame understanding is important. The higher time frame bias is important because it guides you. You're expecting bullish order blocks to fail to then become breaker. Remember that this was how yesterday's trade to, look like. It's the same idea, right? It's the same idea. So what happens? Price breaks that breaker, and we can see a bullish order block. So up close candle breaking market structure, right? Or we see these consecutive candles running lower, right where that OB is. Price rallies higher. This is where I want to show you the entry. Price rallies higher first. Tries. I want to show you very, very indicatively, right? We want to be selling this up close candle here. That's our order block. Price comes very close to it, but doesn't touch it. At this point, there will be traders that will start to chase it. This happens so many times, especially with order block entries. There will be traders that will be trying to chase it, and what happens? Price runs back, takes them out. Because when they start to go lower, they'll move their stops, or they'll have their stops here, they'll enter here, when they start to see willingness, and then price takes them out, and then still goes in the direction. It's called this premium offset accumulation, POA. And it's just that price is going to take out early sellers into a high time frame level or a key level, right? And then move in the direction it's to move. You can call it institutional manipulations where price is going to run out old highs before running lower, right? You can call it so many things, but let's not delve into that so much. But look at this order block, breaker, right? We see price getting here, and I was selling this. I was selling this for a 1 to 5 trade or 1 to 4 trade, basically, and I was able to take partials at the 1 to 3. Again, this trade I shared with my community, my family, and I'll just go and show you that. I'll just go ahead and show you that. So again, in my community, it's been a very, very exciting week, right? But let me show you this trade first. Okay, just to gloat a little, right? But I think gloating is allowed here now. Look at that, right? I was sharing out the trade right here, right? And then we saw price then expand, right? 1 to 3 done, taking partials. One of the ways that I keep consistent is by paying myself as the market makes money available to me. If you want to get a hold of my trades, even though I don't share my trades, but just see the things I do. If you look at the trade, I did not say take my trade, and it's the way I run my channel. I do not give trade signals, right? My traders and everyone inside of here operate independently of our own. And you might be like, oh, that's bullshit. But we have the results. We have the results to back that up, right? Like I've told you before, over 70% of the individuals in my channel are funded. They have a funded account and they are making money. Today, we got somebody that got a 4-figure payout, $1,000 in payouts. Look at that. Right. And this is not me claiming their wins in any way. Anyone that makes money in the forex market has done that by committing to information. What I'm showing you inside of here is we've built a system that actually allows somebody that is really willing to make this a career grow in their path. Right. And it says this, I appreciate you, May, and all these good things. And I'm always excited to see this. Is one of the reasons I do this. This keeps me fulfilled. They're making money. It's weird to say, but it's the truth, right? So we have the results to prove what we do inside of here. And if you are at the fence, if you are still thinking about it, oh, do I want to join this or I don't want to join this, then this is the right time. We are not opened until, well, you're in luck. Today, 25th, we start to open up out slots for July. So I'll put a link inside of here where you can join the free channel. And from there, you are able to, reach out to me or reach out to the admin. You would see some information on the group that actually leads you to get, information on how to join, because there are certain things you have to join a call to actually know if you're a fit. And I hope to see you there if you finally get to join in. All right. So one of the things that is happening also this week that I want to tell you about, right, even though this is YouTube, is we have Psychology Talk back. All right. So Psychology Talk is a Q&A session where we actually deal with the questions of the mind of traders, right? And we're talking about the neuroscience of trading, how the mind puts you in a subconscious way or puts you in that line of making mistakes consistently. Some of you are dealing with that. It's like, why do I keep doing this mistake? Why do I keep over leveraging, even though I know not to over leverage? That is happening on the 29th. And the first trader that jumps on that call is going to have a free access into the inner circle to just see, what's going on inside of there. So I wanted to share all of that, and if you're interested, again, the link to the channel will be in the description, right? And you can really just get on there, right? So let's get back into price. What do I think is happening after now? After we've taken this low, because that's the question. If you did not ride this beautiful move that has happened this week, your question might be, what then happens? Like, what do I then do with this? Like, do we keep selling, right? Do we keep seeing price go lower, or what do I do? Now, the truth is, I would rather wait to see what happens than jump in. Like I said before, I already have my drawn liquidity that I outlined for the week met. Why do I need to start chasing price again for more? Right now, I believe that price could still be bearish, and I will continually be bearish until something changes. What does that mean? We start to see a break above buy side liquidity and price starts to go higher. That's when I start to become bearish, right? But the major thing I'm looking at is the DXY. Is the DXY continually going higher? I showed you yesterday my draw on liquidity for the dollar, which is that fair value gap. We are very close to it. So as soon as price starts to get there, that means we're still bearish. Or as soon as price is not yet there yet. So I'm still bearish on the dollar. If I'm bearish on the dollar, if I'm bullish on the dollar, then I'm bearish on GU, I'm bearish on EU, and I'm bearish gold, right? I'm bearish gold because of the yield market, which saw a little bit of decline today. I'll show you. We saw a little bit of decline today. I explained this phenomenon yesterday, right? We saw a little bit of decline, but I feel like this is just accumulation in its sense, right? And this fair value gap is really going to prove that, right? I want to see that we continue to go higher from here. If that continues, I'm still bearish gold. So I would still seek for entries on gold for sell side. I'm still pro sell side for now until something changes. I don't know when that's going to be, but trust me to update you on that. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you're able to gather some information. One pair that did very well this week also was GU. Let's just take a look at that before we call it a day today. One pair that did very well today was GU. Remember, I taught you the concept of liquidity. Look at that. Price took out Asia's low. It would aim for what? Asia's high. It would aim for what? Asia's low. With that, it broke market structure. Return back into premium, bearish order block, sales. Beautiful sales for today. For GU, I am still bearish, right? Very much bearish on GU until price comes down into this lows. So I'm watching for that. I want to see how today going into tomorrow plays out. This would be my draw on liquidity, right? And yeah, I'll be doing more updates on maybe the free Telegram or maybe tomorrow night when we meet again, right? But again, I hope you know all of the things that what I'm talking about is not financial advice in any sense. I'm not saying go take any trade, do go put money in anything. I'm only just showing you exactly the things I'm looking at, the things I'm doing, how I am making money, and how you can learn a thing or two from it. So that's exactly what I want these videos to do. That you're able to learn something every single day. That if you watch this YouTube series for 30 days, you'll be a different trader because you have a different mindset. You have a different way you think about the market. And that would just be my joy. That would just be my excitement. All right. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And I'll see you in the next one. Bless up, family.